Should I be talking? It looks like I am. Oh, I don't know.
He got the mics up as well.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. And welcome to Lovebabz, Lovetalk. We are talking today. I didn't play any music. Because today was supposed to be the tribute show for Michelle Turner. Because she is 60 today. Happy birthday, Michelle Turner. And if y'all want to know where the turn up is, happy hour at Shell and Bones down there in City Point. 4 o'clock. So listen, I am talking to the wonderful women of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, the Tau Xi Omega chapter, and they're here to talk about the white party, their fundraiser. Now wait, Kathi, tell me who's in this Who's in this chapter? Because I think I went to. Is the white party your annual thing?
Yes, it is.
Because I think I went
last year.
Yes, under sat at the Tanya Poole Hughes table.
Yes,
with her mother and husband, and it was fun. You wasn't there?
It wasn't that one.
Oh, it wasn't that one? Oh,
It
what
was
white party?
another affair.
Okay, listen. All right, it was the
But-
other AKA chapter. It was somebody's chapter.
It was our chapter, but it wasn't the white party event.
Oh, yes,
Because
it was.
you come to all of them.
I know. Listen,
I know which one it was.
It was a white party event because I had on white.
Was it at Cascade?
Yes.
Yes, I remember. That was the year before last.
Okay. Ooh, I got to see. Look.
That's okay. You come every year.
I come to everything because y'all throw
do.
some really great events.
You do support us, and we certainly appreciate it.
So in studio today, I have Cheryl Gatling-Galloway. Hello, Cheryl.
How are you?
And Kathi Williams. Tau Xi Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. How are y'all this morning?
Very well, and we would like to thank you first and foremost for allowing us this opportunity to share this information with your listening audience.
I gotta support my Divine Nine Sisters. What?
Yes, yes.
Because you know what? You all are about this business of raising money for scholarships. This is for scholarships, right?
Exactly.
Whole entire affair is for scholarships.
We gotta keep kids in school.
That's right.
So when is the white party?
The white party is going to be held on Sunday, August 12th at 3 p.m. at the Pine Orchard Country Club in Brantford.
I've never been there.
It is a beautiful venue.
Is it?
Yes.
I've not been to that venue.
Right on the water. You see the yachts. It's a beautiful venue inside. It's one of the most lovely places in the area.
Really?
Yeah.
How much are the tickets?
Tickets are $65.
Oh, that's pretty reasonable. What comes with that?
What comes with that? You get a buffet dinner.
Now you need to get like right on top of your mic,
I'm
like pour your
sorry.
mic a little bit.
Okay. You get
Yeah.
a buffet dinner. There's a DJ. There are photographers. There are raffles. Lots of fun going on, dancing. It's just a fun evening for everyone.
That sounds wonderful. Who's the DJ? Do you know?
The DJ's name is Tyrone Lewis.
Okay, I don't know him.
He's out of New Haven.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's some good DJs that come out of New Haven.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so tell me a little bit about your chapter.
Well, Tau Xi Omega was chartered in 1992. So we've been around for a little while.
Okay.
We are a small chapter, but as my president says, we're a mighty chapter. We do tons of things in the community. We are a Hamden staple. We do a lot of community service out of the Keith Center, the Boys and Girls Club.
So the Keith Center, that's Sharon.
That is Sharon.
And is she in your chapter?
Yes, she is.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good chapter then.
She was actually supposed to be here, but I'm kind of pinch hitting for her. But yeah, she's very vocal and very active in our chapter.
Oh, I love Sharon McCann. That is my girly girl.
Yes, and we have our meetings there every month. We also do service projects there. It's been very rewarding to work with Sharon and the Keith Center.
And who's your president?
Our president is Ms. Erica Henley.
Okay. Hey, Erica Henley, Madam President. All right. So when are y'all doing your convention? Did y'all have a convention?
We just came out of convention in Houston.
That's what I saw. Dory Dumas.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Now Dory's in the other chapter.
Dory's in the New Haven chapter.
In the New Haven chapter. Okay. So I saw her pictures because she's a social media goddess. So I saw her pictures down in Houston, and they looked wonderful, like a wonderful, wonderful time.
I didn't attend, but it was, from all accounts, a wonderful affair.
Mm-hmm. And y'all were in Hartford like we were in Hartford, weren't you?
A couple of years ago.
Okay, a couple of years ago?
2 years ago.
All right, okay. And that was like a regional thing. Because last week, just Friday, I had the Groove 5 Groove folks on.
I heard.
And they're doing their thing this week up in the Mohegan Sun.
Right.
Yes.
For their conclave.
We've gotten a couple of invitations to some of their events. So
I can't go up there. You go up
just
there.
leave your wallet home.
Girl, you go up there, you got to stay. I'll be up there all week. It'd be like an APB out for me. Like, where is Babz? Up there with them grooves grooving. So. All right, so y'all have this annual white party. It's for scholarships. How many kids have y'all sent to school? How many kids have y'all contributed to? Do you know that number off the top of your head? Because you might not know it.
Not off the top of our heads.
Because I'm a Delta.
Many.
We pony up money too, and sometimes you just forget how you've been doing it so long.
On an average, we probably give 4 or 5 scholarships a year. And in the last year, we've decided that we're going to follow some of these students through their 4 years of college.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, because a lot of times you give them a scholarship and you send them on their way and you never hear from them. You don't know if they're still in need of money. You just don't know. And so we've decided we're going to follow some of these students.
Cheryl, that's exactly what I was talking about with Robert from Groove 5 Groove. I said, the Divine Nine organization and the social organizations, we've got to find a way to fund kids through. Right. And you're right. We give them this one-time opportunity, and then we don't. I mean, often we kind of know because they come back and say thank you,
right? And
we see them. And, they're from our communities, so it's not like they go away. We don't ever hear. But I would like to continue to support a kid, because college is a hardship, whether it's freshman year or senior year.
That's exactly
right.
It's tough.
It's hard, no matter and even if you go with money. You still need money.
Right. And the longer you're there, the more money you need.
Yes.
And, if students are still doing well, there's no reason why an organization like ours shouldn't follow them through to the end, which, in fact, is one of our new initiatives that we came back from Houston with from our new national president. It's called, off the top of my head, we just got it. It's called #CAP. And it stands for College Admission Process. So we're going to be starting some programs where we follow students from the beginning of the application process all the way to the, yes, I just got accepted.
Okay.
And I think that's wonderful because we have a lot of programs where we do financial aid night or scholarship night or, we do these little things, but we never follow them from the beginning to the end to make sure that they're going through the process in the correct way.
Yeah.
Because it's difficult these days to get into college. I work in a college counseling office and I can see the struggle that students are having. And so what we're going to do is just piggyback on the national trend.
Yes.
And start helping these students to get in.
Because if you're the first kid that went to school out of your family, your people don't know. You know what I mean? Your people don't know how to maneuver these waters.
That's right.
And sometimes they don't know who to ask.
Right.
If they're not connected to anybody who has gone to college, and
especially in the public school system, because in the public school system, the counselor is not just a college counselor. The counselor does everything. They do everything from triage to finding colleges to working with you on your skills level. They don't just concentrate on getting you in college. That's usually the private school or the independent school that has an office that's directed basically just to get you into college. But in our public schools, we don't have that. You can go to your college counselor 5 times a week and not talk about college at all.
Oh, girl. And that, you know what? That was true when I was 40 years ago, when I was in high school. And I went to Eli Whitney. And in those days, you know, if you said college, they just were like, why do you want to go to college? You're at a voc tech.
Right.
You should be going into your trade. And I was like, no, I like to entertain college. And they were not helpful to me. It took people outside of the educational system to sort of help me do that.
Right.
So I see the value in your chapter sort of doing this because you don't know. These counselors, you're right, these counselors they've got other conversations that they have to have.
That's right. It's like a low priority. It's a huge priority, but it's a low one. You know, when you have kids coming in that don't, you know, that are homeless, that don't have any food, that aren't doing well in
they're
school.
like, you're not trying to talk to them about college.
Yeah, it's just
they
got
to eat first.
Exactly. let me get this kid a meal and then we'll talk about
then
it.
We'll talk about something else.
Sometimes you end up and that child is in senior year and kind of floating around not knowing what they're going to do because no one's helped them through that college process.
Yes.
So, you know, hopefully the program that we design will really help the students that we come across. Probably it's going to be focused on Hampden High, which is a great place.
And it's big.
Yeah, we have an affiliation with them, so that should work great.
Okay. Yeah. That's wonderful.
And if I can add, not only do we service Hampden High students, but any student that lives in the Hampden area, town of Hampden.
Okay.
So, you know, they can attend a school in New Haven or Clinton or wherever. But if they're a Hampden resident, they are eligible to apply for our scholarship.
Because you've got some kids that are in these magnet schools
That's exactly
and charter schools that are from Hampden.
That's right.
And then you don't want to leave them behind.
Right.
You want them to have access to opportunity.
Exactly.
Okay, that's wonderful. I like this is a good idea.
If I can add one thing that I'm very proud of, and I guess the entire chapter is proud of, is when we do give these scholarships and to students of our members. Wait a minute, let me get this straight. We have a part of our scholarship program called
Legacy.
Project Encourage, where we send packages to the students periodically during the year around their examination time or around holiday times for those who aren't able to come home. And so we stay in touch with them. We keep up with them. But this new initiative that we're taking upon ourselves now will follow them for all 4 years, not just the one. We also have a legacy program for the children of our members, and they get a small stipend every year as long as they're in school.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, I'm taking some of this back to the Reds.
All right. All right now.
I'm going to take some of this information. You know, some of these Reds are listening.
We're going to be
And
watching.
that's good.
Well, that's you know what? Because this is what we ought to be
need that.
doing.
Yeah.
That's right.
Right? Seriously, because our kids need, because listen, you know, if we don't do it, who's going to do it?
Nobody's
It's not going to be done.
Who's going to do it? And and a lot of these kids, and you know, education is expensive. I don't care where you go. It's expensive and they need the support. So I like that legacy component.
Mm-hmm.
I like that follow them through. And so it takes money. And this is why you're having this fundraiser.
Right.
The White Party.
Exactly.
Now, why
Party.
White Party?
It's just a trend that's been going on for years. You see all over the place, people are having white parties on rooftops and people are having white parties for cookouts and baby showers and things like that. So it's kind of a trend.
And it's
it
pretty.
looks nice.
Yes.
It's pretty.
It's pretty and it's fun and it makes you feel special.
It makes you run around for weeks trying to find that
Girl.
white outfit.
Because right now, as soon as I get off this, I'm going to go like, okay, I got this thing coming. Let me go find me something white. And I
right.
got to go find something white that all y'all don't have.
Oh, no.
And it's not easy. It's not easy.
No, it's not easy.
But the whole concept is just nice, especially at the venue because everything there is white. you've got the white inside, the tablecloths, the people are coming in with their white outfits. It's just a very elegant affair. However, it is elegant, but it's designed to have a good time.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not stuffy. We don't want, people sitting there, sipping tea and things like that. That's not the purpose.
This is a party party.
This
a party
is a
party.
day party.
And
Yes.
men show up in their white too?
Men show up in
Oh,
their white.
yes.
Yes, they do.
And they look
Yes,
good.
they do.
Okay, so now when is this event again? Because periodically we got shouted out
Okay,
there.
it's August 12th, Sunday. It begins at 3 and it goes until 8 p.m., I believe.
Oh,
Yes.
Lord, this is a party party.
It's
Yes.
a party party. It's a party party. We've got dinner, we've got hors d'oeuvres, we've got drinks. We're gonna have a photographer there taking pictures. We're gonna have some props so that you can, dress yourself up like a sailor and get your picture taken. It's gonna be a really fun event. What we're trying to do, our goal is to not make it so painful to pay that $65. You know that you're giving to a scholarship and you're going somewhere and you're going to have fun. So it's a party with a purpose. Everybody is using that catchphrase these days, party with a purpose, but this truly is a party with a purpose because in the end, what you're doing is helping us to help these kids.
Okay.
And it's a beautiful thing for everybody, for all
All right,
involved.
so Cheryl, how do people find y'all, Kathi? How do people contact y'all? Like
People
if they
can
want
contact-
tickets.
If they want tickets, they can go to our website, hamdenaka.org, and that will lead you as soon
Oh,
as
that's
you.
simple.
It's so simple. hamdenaka.org. As soon as you click on our page, the first thing you'll see is our flyer for our party with a button where you can click to get tickets.
Nice.
Through Eventbrite.
Through Eventbrite.
Through Eventbrite. But that is not the only way we will accept your money
Oh,
anyway.
you old school.
That's right. It can be a check. It can be cash. And however you want to give it, we are willing to accept it.
That's
Now,
right.
will there be vendors at this event? Because sometimes I go to these events and there's sometimes vendors.
Not for this one.
Okay. Okay, good.
Not at this one, but we will have raffles. So come with a.
What are we
with-
raffling first? Tell me what it is.
I can't tell you. You got to come to find
Yeah.
out.
Okay.
You have to come to
Yeah.
find out. We don't want people to, know all of our surprises. So
right.
you come with a little bit of extra change.
You
in your
got Idris
pocket.
Elba on raffle? I'll buy tickets for that.
Well,
If we do,
may.
Oh, you
I
can't
will-
tell me. I
I'll
gotta
give
come
you
and
a
see.
call.
you.
I'll give you a call if he decides to show up. You'll be the first one to bid on him.
So talk to me, ladies, a little bit about this idea of sorority, because black sororities are very different than white sororities.
Yes.
For
they are.
us, it does not begin or end at the collegiate level. Well, if you pledge at the collegiate level, there is an expectation and a hope that you will. It's a lifetime commitment.
Yes.
It's not, I just pledged this semester and then I'm on to some other kind of thing. It is really to be a lifetime commitment, and I think that's what sets us apart as sorority women. That some of us pledge at the collegiate level, and some of us pledge outside of the collegiate level. But it's all commitment to the community, regardless of where you came into membership.
Exactly. As you probably know, our motto is service to all mankind. And, these other sororities that come in for a minute, you pledge for a day, you pledge for a week. When you graduate from college, you're no longer in it. You can only do but so much service for mankind. So we are in it for lifetime. I came into the sorority in 1981.
Oh, you're just before me.
Yeah, I was like 5 years old when I came in.
I came in fall '82.
So there you go, spring '81. And so I've been a member for a long time. We've gone through several different programs with each national president. They bring in their own twist of a program. And our job is to implement those national programs on the local level and do as much good in the community as we possibly can and continue that generation after generation after generation. We've been around for a long time, since 1908.
Yes.
And we've done a lot of good.
The first.
First and finest.
The first.
Okay.
The first.
Yes.
No.
I do. Listen. We come out of that faith. We come out of that tradition.
That's
So,
true.
we exist because y'all existed first.
Exactly.
So that's, and I love this whole concept of the Divine Nine. And I love that black women still pledge and are committed to this kind of service life.
Right.
You know, our sorority, we just, in the Haven Alumni Chapter, just took in 28 new members.
Wow.
And it was just a beautiful thing that
That
women
is.
still, in this day and age, because there's so many things that could get your attention.
That's right.
You could serve all kinds of ways. And that women still want to pledge a sorority life, you know, take membership into a sorority and do that work at that level.
Especially knowing that it's a lifetime thing.
It's a lifetime thing, you know, and they're happy to do it. And so I'm in awe of that, even at 55, and I see young women still wanting to, you know, do this kind of work. So, Kathi, talk a little bit about your sorority experience.
Well, mine is not quite as extensive as Cheryl's and yours, but it's not as long, but it is probably equally as extensive.
I said absolutely.
But I came in on the graduate chapter. I came in at a later period in time. I did not join when I was in college. Too busy trying to
get your education.
Okay. All right. I'll go with that. That's a good answer. That's exactly what I was trying to do. But I've always wanted and had the desire to become an Alpha Kappa Alpha woman. And my sister is one, 50 plus years. My niece is one, 35 plus years.
So they was just
my
waiting.
Great niece.
They was just waiting
one.
on you to be like, come on now.
They were waiting on me. And then we had one after me that came in, Chelsea. So it's just been in my blood from the very, very beginning.
But that's a beautiful thing because, and that speaks to my point, that you can come in as a collegiately trained woman at any point in a process and join. Like if you didn't do it in undergrad, you didn't miss it. You're not missing opportunity.
Right.
Because there are grad chapters that that you can participate in and do that.
And you can still support if you're not a member on the collegiate level. So I'd like to think that I did that, but I totally committed about 20 years ago. And so I'm one now. I'm happy, and I'm going to continue to, support and serve. And serve.
Kathi is actually our chairperson of our fundraising committee. She's she's the person that starts all this.
She's the power. She's the power person.
Exactly.
Because the power people are the one that are always chairing stuff.
No, not exactly. But thank you anyway. I say that the support is the strongest of everything. If you have a table with just a top and no legs or support, you have nothing. You don't have a table. So, being a chairperson is good, but if you don't have strong support, you can't do anything. You can't thrive. You can't achieve anything. And can I take an opportunity to mention our chairperson for the White Party in particular?
Absolutely.
That is Tracy Gaines. She was unable to join us this morning, but she is the chairperson. Cheryl is our co-chair, and they are doing a fantastic job. It's a lot of work. I can be, I want to be support to all of the fundraising activities we have. And that's what I try to do, but they don't need an awful lot of support because, as you can tell, Cheryl has been in the sorority for a long time. She knows a lot about the protocol and, the reasons for this. Tracy is a newer member who has just jumped in and done a very, very good job. So to the entire committee, all of the committees under the direction of the two co-chairs, hats off. This is going to be a fantastic.
Oh, I think it's going to be great. So, how many fundraisers do y'all do in a year?
We do two major fundraisers. We do the White Party, and then we have a casino bus trip.
Oh,
which is always very successful.
That's what
Oh,
I'd like to
no.
know.
Wait a minute. Wait.
I was out of town.
Listen.
That's how you missed it.
I don't know how you missed it, but you won't miss it next time. Trust me.
And Sharon must have been out of
Trust me.
town.
Sharon
too.
must have been out of town. I'm gonna have to get on and be like, you didn't tell me about the little casino trip.
Yes, we did. So we
Sister.
had that. And that's generally very successful. You know, we always fill up that bus. We make a profit. That money goes also directly to our scholarship fund. It's a really fun, quick, easy way to put money in your coffers to do other things with.
Okay.
And people like it. You know, people love to go to the casino.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's nice when they don't have to drive.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Right? Because
Exactly.
that's for me, that's the challenge.
Yep.
I want to go, but then
But I don't want to drive.
I don't want to drive back.
Right. Exactly.
You know, you're all excited to go, but then after a few beers, some cocktails, you're like, oh God.
That's right. It's like, what seat was I on?
It's
I'm
like,
just getting
oh,
back on the
Lord.
bus.
Now I
And
can just get on the
it's
bus.
Nice. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
safe. It's nice. You have a good time. Make a little money. You might make more money than you actually paid for the ticket once you get up there gambling. So
What?
it's a win-win for everybody.
I like that. I like that. So you do these 2 fundraisers. Do you change the fundraisers periodically, or are these the set fundraisers that you do year to year to year to year?
Our white party is probably going to become an annual thing. And we've had card parties in the past. We've had the bus trip in the past. We have different types of smaller fundraisers throughout the year. When we get together with our chairperson, Kathi, you know, we brainstorm and try to see what might be a good fit for that particular year. I believe we are having a card party sometime in October.
Card like spades and
We do everything.
whiz and-
bid whiz.
Everything.
I don't even. Do white people even play bid whiz? I think that's a
No.
squarely black thing.
Yes.
I hate to say it, I don't know how to play bid whist. And I come from a family that plays bid whist, so I just sit in the corner and keep my mouth shut because it's cutthroat. I don't get
Oh.
involved.
Listen, I don't play cards no more. But when I was in college, spades, bid whiz. Ooh.
I will play spades, but bid whist, I got it. No, it's too dangerous.
So you're gonna do this white party August 12th, and was there a lot of was it challenging to sort of figure out where you were gonna host it?
This is our second year at the Pine Orchard. And yes, last year it wasn't difficult. We just tried to flesh out a lot of places. We wanted to go someplace new because everybody goes, and we love
the
these
same
places,
places.
Aria and
Cascades
you know.
and Zandries.
Yes, and they're
yeah.
beautiful. They're beautiful, and we will go back to them and do other
Yes.
functions there.
Yeah.
But we wanted something a little off the beaten track, someplace that people hadn't gone. And one of our members had been there for an event or something like that, and she brought it back to us and said, "This is a beautiful place." And so we took a little delegation out there, and
And they treated you nice?
they treated us
Because you
lovely.
know
Very
we are in a
welcoming.
climate of
Exactly.
treatment that's questionable
Yes.
towards us as people.
And we did have concerns about that because we
Yes.
had heard some things and read some articles, but they treated us with nothing but they rolled out the red carpet for us, and it was a lovely experience. There was nothing about the experience at that venue that would have turned us off to not go back there another
Okay.
time or recommend it to somebody else.
And see, you know what'll happen? Other people will want to use that venue too, on
Right.
the strength of the strength of this chapter's experience.
Yep.
Like people are like, well, because you know, AKAs have high standards about stuff,
That's right.
and so you know, all these divine nines. So you know, we will be the first ones to say when we are not well treated.
Exactly.
For
you
sure.
know.
Exactly.
So if y'all are going back, that says something about this venue.
It was definitely a plus. We had everything about the place was lovely, and they catered to our needs. They did what we needed them to do. The venue was beautiful. We didn't have to do much in decorations because you've got the seaside there. You've got the view. It was wonderful.
I'm looking forward to this. I don't know this venue, so I'm anxious to sort of see it and just like, you know, get my party on.
That's right. We guarantee you will have
I know
a wonderful
it'll
time.
be, I know it'll be fun. All right, so do y'all take a break in the summer?
Oh, we're on break.
Are you on
break?
Can't you tell?
Yeah.
We don't meet in the months of July and August, but when we have a event, that we're working on that happens to be in August, then yes, we kind of work in August.
Okay.
Yeah, some of us fly off
We
and go to
don't have-
vacation or go under the radar or whatever, but we drag them out if they have something to do, and you have to get the job done.
No, I understand because we have Lobster and Crab Fest coming up,
Right.
right? Which is our annual signature event, and it's in August as well. But we shut down in June, and then we don't come back till September. But this has got to get done.
Right.
I mean, that's just the nature of the work that we do. We're trying to raise money.
That's right.
Sometimes you just can't raise money from September to June. You got to raise money all in between.
That's
So how many people do you expect to come? How many people came last year?
We had about 200 people last year.
Whoa!
Yeah, and we're looking to fill the house this year. There are 230 seats, so
you just need 30 more than what you had last year.
that's it.
You're going to get that, right?
Word of mouth, because it was so fun. I'm sure that we're going to sell out.
yeah.
Because
So
everybody was like,
People should get their
"What?"
tickets now.
Yeah,
They
get your
shouldn't- They
tickets.
should not wait.
yeah.
Tell them where to get to tell them your website
Go to
again.
hamdenaka.org, and that is our website. It will lead you to a link to Eventbrite to purchase your tickets. If you don't want to go that route, you can look on our website, see all the names of all the members. I'm sure 2 or 3 people on that list. Give us a call, shoot us an email, and we will get you tickets. We go to our Facebook page. You can leave us a message. There are all kind of ways to get a hold of us to get a ticket. I have plenty of tickets here now. You can meet me outside when I leave here.
And we are at 51 Elm Street. So y'all got about 20 minutes if you
Get
want
on
to catch
down
up
here.
to Cheryl or Kathy. They'll meet you downstairs on the corner of Orange and Elm.
Oh, that's right.
So have your $65 and you will get a ticket.
That's right.
I love it.
I'm all right with that.
Now they're going. Now this show plays again at 5:00. They will not be there at 5:00 this
No.
afternoon. This
But
would be the.
If
that
you
would
call
be the,
me and tell me you'll be there, I'll be there. at
That's
5
right.
o'clock.
That's right. But go to their website. It's an easy website, hamdenaka.org.
Right.
Like you can't mess that up.
No,
You
can't
can't
mess that up.
Can't mess that up.
Nope.
And go because we got to send kids. We got to keep kids in school.
Right.
It's increasingly difficult, and these are our kids in our communities, and we are doing our part. We're doing our part. So the Tau Xi Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha has been in exist has been a chapter in Hamden since 1992.
1992.
And so, and in that time, they've been raising a lot of money for kids.
We have raised several thousands of dollars for scholarships. And the funny thing is, this is a little off the beaten track. Sometimes it's actually hard to find kids to give this money to. It really is. We have a pool of people, that we try to solicit to fill out the applications and get the money, and kids are just so unsure about the whole college process. They don't know that scholarships are out there. We try to get into the schools. Our scholarship chairperson, Dawn Kuntz, she's a wonderful chairperson, and she goes into the schools. She takes the applications. It's really a process, and guidance counselors sometimes can't or won't follow up with the kids, and so the money sometimes sits there. And we really, really, really need to be more aware. Parents, caregivers, things like that. Go to your school. Ask what the scholarships are. Look into the Divine Nine. All of us have these kinds of scholarships.
We all do. We all have them on depending on just different varying amounts of money, but we all have them, and we're all committed to doing it.
That's right.
So yeah.
Because their counterparts are doing that. They are on the internet. They are looking for scholarships. They are soaking up this money, and we're kind of behind in that. And that's why we want to make sure our programs and our scholarship funds are readily available and acknowledged in the public so that these kids can apply for them.
All right, so you know what, Gail and Kathy, I want you to. Cheryl. I'm looking at Gatling. Cheryl and Kathy. What do you say when there are people that say Black women can't get along and we can't work together?
I say lies. Just plain lies. We can do whatever we want to do, and we do get along. We're productive. We have results to prove that we're productive and that we can get along. You don't get this far. You don't help that many people without getting along.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's got to be a team effort. And if not, we wouldn't be in existence as long as we have. Our actual sorority has been in existence since 1908. So
we're doing something.
Doing something right. That's exactly right, for it to continue. We celebrated 100 years 8 years ago or 10 years ago. And so we're going to continue to do that. That's a myth. Don't believe it.
Don't believe it.
It is a myth.
It is a myth. I believe that. But I always get these little side conversations with people like, oh, black women. I was like, no, black women we're the ones that hold up the world.
That's right.
That's right.
You know,
And you can see it even in the collaborations that we participate in. You know, we don't just do for ourselves. It's not just an AKA thing. We collaborate with the American Heart Association, the Cancer Walk, Kidney Walk. We go out there to different community organizations. We have had programs with Links and Deltas and other Divine Nine. We don't limit ourselves, so we can get along. It's not a question of getting along. It's a question of letting us get out there and do what we need to do.
exactly.
You know, and people shouldn't be afraid to collaborate with organizations like ours because we bring to the table just as much as any other organization.
Exactly. And if you want to know something about black women, talk to black women in these organizations.
That's right.
Right.
You know, seriously. I always tell people, you want to know something about black women, go to where we are. And we are in clubs and sororities, you know, more than anybody, I think. We are in clubs and sororities. And they don't get enough recognition. So this is why I'm so grateful that you all came on today. Because I think people... everyday ordinary people don't know that we as sorority women are out here still holding it down and still putting kids through school and still raising awareness for things that are unique to our communities. Like you said, heart disease and kidneys and diabetes. And, you know, we're often right there on the forefront of those walks.
That's right.
And our pink shirts and green shirts and red shirts
and our blue shirts. We're out there.
We out there doing this work. So yes. So if you want to support a good cause, if you care about putting some kids through school, go to hamptonaka.org. Their white party is August 12th, 3 to 8 at the Pine
Orchard Country Club.
And y'all know, some of y'all want to go to the country club, so let's go.
You want
It's a white party. Come when you're swanky as white and just have a good time.
Come with your
these
dancing
sisters.
shoes. I know everybody wants to be cute and wear the heels and everything, but ultimately you should come with some comfortable shoes.
Oh no, listen. I'm built for comfort these days, not for speed.
That's right. I like that.
I can't. You know what I can do with a high heel? I can just walk in with them in my hand.
And that's what I do. I walk in with them and then I take my little shoe bag out and I put on the real deal.
Real deal.
That's right.
I'm gonna bypass that whole setup. It's like I'm just gonna I'm gonna walk in my comfortable shoes so I can get my party on just like everybody else.
Right.
So you'll have dinner. There'll be dancing. There's a bar. You know, cocktails, that kind of thing. Will there be a signature cocktail?
Yes.
We had a signature cocktail last year. I'm pretty sure we're going to have one this year. We just haven't decided what it is going to be.
All right.
Maybe we'll have Kathi do some taste testing later.
Oh, if you need a cohort, you need a partner in crime, call me.
I certainly will.
I'll do my part for Delta Sigma Theta. A collaboration. All right. I'll come and be collaborative. I will come and be collaborative. So this is one of two fundraisers that they do on an annual basis. And so the next one is the bus trip,
game night.
The game night.
I'm sorry, don't listen to me. It is the bus trip.
The bus trip.
Because the card party is still on the table.
And when do y'all do the bus trip?
We did the bus trip
in April.
It was in April.
Okay, so that comes around next spring.
Yes.
Okay, that'll be fun. All right, give me time to get my money right so I can play the games.
The bus trip is usually around $35, $40, so it's not expensive.
That's nice.
And you get back almost all of your money.
Almost.
We give you a food voucher. There's
a game,
a chip voucher. So you end up on the other side when you come to our bus trip. Yeah, you get up there, you really haven't spent any money. You've given us your $35, we're giving it back, and then you go and you win all your hundreds of millions and
And then you make a donation.
You make a donation and you have money for your ticket for the white party. Everything
There
works
you go.
out.
Everything works
Everything
out
works
for the
out.
good.
I love the way y'all think.
For the
Y'all got
good.
this whole thing worked out.
That's right.
Got this whole thing worked out. So you have a DJ. There'll be a bar. There'll be some good food and appetizers.
Good
you know,
conversation.
good conversation.
Good partying.
And everybody will look swanky. Get your picture taken.
Get your picture
Yes.
taken.
You know.
Mhm.
It's going to be a hot day. We're going to have an ice cream bar, ice cream sundae bar. So after you dance a little bit, you work up a sweat. Come on in, make yourself a sundae.
Nice.
It's going to be very nice.
Okay, now you know we all got on white, right?
You know what?
We're gonna have chocolate ice
That's all right.
cream.
We're going to have plenty of napkins, Babz.
Oh, this is going to be fun. Well, I wish you all great success with this event. I think it'll be fun. I think people will hear this and they'll want to come.
I hope
Well, I
so.
certainly hope
That's my
so.
plan. So it's so nice to meet y'all and see y'all
meet you.
and talk. I mean, I see y'all all the time, but it's nice to have you in my playground and talking about the good work that you're doing.
It's been our pleasure.
See, 45 minutes went by fast.
It did.
45 minutes.
Well,
Well, it has been our pleasure, and we certainly thank you. And I think we may have forgotten to mention that this event is being given by our educational fund, which is SWIFT, which stands for Sisters Working in Total Harmony.
Mm-hmm.
They're the ones who are actually sponsoring the event in conjunction or in collaboration with our chapter,
Okay, that's wonderful.
with the Tau Xi Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated.
Okay.
We are going to look for everybody. Everyone is invited. Everyone is invited for the mere donation contribution, and it is part of it is tax deductible.
Mm-hmm.
Since our foundation now is a tax exempt arm of the organization.
Wonderful.
So you please come.
Yes, come.
and I'd just like to say that on behalf of our president, Erica Henley, and our chair of the co-party, Tracy Johnson, we would be more than happy to present you with these 2 tickets.
What?
Yeah, so you can come and bring a friend, get that white out.
Yes.
Tell a friend, bring a friend. What, each one reach one? I know that's something different, but you know what I mean.
Listen, it works for the party.
There you go.
right, that's
All the
right.
information is on here for you, and so we are looking forward to seeing you.
Oh, thank you
At
so
the white
much.
party.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking
Amen.
forward. So listen, go to www.hamdenaka.org. Get your
Yeah.
tickets now because it's only 230 tickets. And if you 231, you're late.
Late.
That's right.
And they can't do nothing for you.
That's right.
Not a thing.
Because we'll have the fire marshal there.
Yes.
And they
And
won't
listen,
let 231 get in.
you got time. You got a couple of weeks. So go ahead, get your little tickets, get your outfits, and be ready for the white party. Thank y'all.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you
Thanks
so
for
I
very
having
enjoyed
much.
this so much.
We appreciate it.
All right, I'll be back tomorrow. Thank you all for tuning in for Lovebabz Love Talk. And I've been talking today to Cheryl Gatling-Galloway and Kathi Williams, members of the Tau Xi Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Incorporated. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'm talking to somebody tomorrow, but I'll see y'all tomorrow.